wrong all along, good and strong. When the score was just 2-2, Katie Casey knew what to do. Just to cheer up the boys she knew, she made the gang sing this song. Take me out to the ball game, take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Katie Casey was baseball mad, had the fever and had it bad. Just to root for the hometown crew, every Sue, Katie Blue. On a Saturday, her young beau called to see if she'd like to go to see a show, but Miss Kate said no. I'll tell you what you can do. Take me out to the ball game, take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Katie Casey saw all the games, knew the players by their first names, told the umpire he was wrong all along, good and strong. When the score was just 2-2, Katie Casey knew what to do. Just to cheer up the boys she knew, she made the gang sing this song. Take me out to the ball game, take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Greetings, folks, and welcome to live coverage of Orioles baseball, where this afternoon the Baltimore Orioles will be playing the Toronto Blue Jays down in Florida for Grapefruit League action, folks. Spring training. There's about a week left to play down here. Folks, how you doing? It's your old pal, the BirdWatcher. People call me BW for short. That works for me. And the World Baseball Classic last night, folks, wrapped up with the United States falling to Venezuela in a 3-2. The USA lost. Yes, 3-2. That's right. A 2-run homer by Harper to tie it up, and a ninth-inning run on an RBI double by Gino Suarez was the difference for Venezuela. The U.S., they lost. The offense, where was it? It was not there. Not for these last couple of games. 1 2-run homer and a pair of solo homers scattered over 2 games. Folks, my channel, going into its 3rd season, ever since the first season, I can't remember the gentleman's name, but he doesn't come around much anymore, at least not for the second half of last year, I want to say. I feel like he just kind of packed up and left. I guess he was tired of me making fun of him, but whenever the Orioles would hit a home run in the 2024 season, or start of 2025, There was a guy in my chat that would, every single time we hit a home run, didn't matter the situation, whether we were winning handily or it was a garbage time home run late. This guy would have the same comment to leave in the chat every single time, and it would just say, home run dependent offense. Home run dependent offense. It was a catchphrase for him, except the only catch was that every time he'd say it, I'd make fun of him for not being able to resist saying it. I also pointed out that at the time, it wasn't really preventing the Orioles from, having one of the higher run totals in the league. That was up until last season when things fell apart. But in 2024, we were doing pretty good. We had a couple of 40 home run hitters and Gunnar Henderson, Anthony Santander. We had 4 guys on the starting all-star team that summer. But anyway, I digress. Folks, we got a game today, and I don't even know if anybody's here. There's 2 people in the chat. Hello, 2 people, Chawa and Vani. Apparently there's 2 more of you somewhere. 4 people. Make it 5. Okay. Starting slow. I'm not sure what I did. From a few nights ago where we were averaging 5,000-6,000 viewers per stream for the World Baseball Classic in the final last night. I know there was a lot of competition out there on YouTube, a lot of people calling that game, but a lot of people are calling the semifinal and other games that I called. And I was putting up about 5,000-6,000 views per game. I only needed 4,000 for last night to hit the 1 million mark for total views on this channel, and came up short. I estimated in the wrong direction, I guess. It's a little embarrassing. So it's about 900 viewers short of 1 million at this point. And based on the lack of attendance so far today, I don't think we're going to get there for this game either. But tomorrow, folks, there is a doubleheader, a split squad day for the Orioles. They're going to play a day game, I think, against the Yankees, and then a night game. I can't remember the opponent. Let's take a look. Night game is going to be against the Pirates. The Pirates again? Again? And then we actually play the Yankees a second straight day on Friday. So doubleheader tomorrow, Friday at the Yankees, Saturday against the Phillies. And folks, that's the final game in Florida. On Sunday, we make our way back up to Maryland. And we're going to have a 2-game set, it looks like, with 1 game at home against the Nationals and 1 at Nationals Park in downtown D.C. That's on Monday and Tuesday. And then I think Wednesday and Thursday is an off day, and then Friday's opening day. Is that right? Or is it Thursday and then Friday off day, Saturday, Sunday? Let me bring this up real quick. Folks, I mean, the season is here. It's here. World Baseball Classic's over. It's kind of like when the Super Bowl's over. And as soon as that's over, by the next week, you got spring training. Well, now that the World Baseball Classic's over, we are that much closer to opening day here, folks. What am I looking up? Why did I just type in 2026? You need more information than that. Orioles schedule. Go. Hello, Chawa and Vani. Is there anybody else here? This is the deadest chat has ever been. I might just, I don't know. Again, this isn't the best time to feel demoralized. It was kind of demoralizing last night between the loss and not hitting the milestone I thought I was after kind of telling everybody it would happen. That was embarrassing. I'll never make that mistake again. I mean, I'll never hit a milestone of 1 million anything again either, but I'll never make that mistake again. Let's see if I can get this ball game up, folks. Uh-oh. What's that about? Uh-oh. All right, I'm working on it, folks. I'm taking what I'm given because I'm working for a living. All right, we're a few minutes away from first pitch, it would appear. There's Ryan Ripken and the other guy in the studio. So we got the Masson broadcast up. Hopefully we got a nice stream here today without any issues. Hello there, Orioles. How are you? All right. News and notes for today. We've made a couple of cuts from the roster. We're down to 47 players, folks. That's 21 cuts left to make. Again, with about a week left before we head back north. But today, Jose Espada, who, by the way, the Orioles yesterday, the result, which was not televised, the Orioles played the Tigers to a 1-1 tie. Chris Bassett started that game. He had a nice outing, 5 innings pitched, I believe. His spring ERA is now somewhere around 2.5. So he's on track. He's looking fine. Jose Espada was in that game as well, and that was his final appearance. He has been optioned back to minor league camp, reassigned to minor league camp as well, the young lefty Luis De Leon. So, again, the Orioles down to 47 players. That's 21 cuts that need to be made to get down to 26 for opening day. I think we're pretty aware of most of who's staying and who's going. I think it's coming down to who's going to be the additional infielder / utility guy. Weston Wilson. Brian Ramos, by the way. I'm not sure what else he plays besides third base, but if he does have the versatility, he's making a case late. He had a 3-hit game yesterday against Toronto, a triple shy of the cycle. But you got Weston Wilson in the mix, and of course Kobe Mayo looks like the front runner to take the everyday third baseman job, but I think the Orioles want to have a backup plan in place in case things go poorly for Mayo. But I think Weston Wilson, if we're able to hold on to him, would be the guy, I think, first to get called up if there were any problems on the infield, whether it be injury or performance issues. Wilson has played second base, third base, and corner outfield so far in the spring. He hasn't had a ton of reps at all 3 of those positions for me to make any sort of judgment about how, competent of a defender he is at those positions. But the fact of the matter is the Orioles were comfortable enough to play him in those 3 different spots, and that's good versatility. He's also been swinging a pretty good bat this spring. So Weston Wilson, for me, he doesn't make the team. I think he's kind of the 27th guy in terms of an additional position player. But yeah, let's take a look at the starting pitching matchup and lineups for today's ball game. It should be getting started here in just a minute. In fact, it looks like, okay, we got a 12:07 start time instead of the typical 12:05. I'm seeing. So Albert Suarez is on the mound, folks. Fun fact, Albert Suarez leads the Orioles this spring in wins. He has 2. The Orioles have a record of 8 wins, 11 losses, and 3 ties after yesterday's tie with Detroit. Suarez has 2 of those 8 wins, but an ERA of over 10 and a whip of 2.40. 6 2/3 innings, he's been hit around hard. 13 hits, 3 walks, and a couple of home runs. This is a big day for Albert. If he has another poor showing here, I don't see how the Orioles can make a space for him in this bullpen. I do feel like that space for him as a long man is there for him to take. I think that's why he's still with the team. I think this is his last shot. And he's going to be facing a pretty strong Blue Jays lineup here. So we are hoping for good things from Albert, or else it might be sayonara for Big Al. The Orioles, by the way, Zach Eflin, he had his start preempted because of weather. He got a couple of innings in. I think he threw a side session in order to make up for the lack of pitching on a game that got rained out. But I'm not sure if Eflin's going to be ready for opening day. I don't think the Orioles need him to be ready. The Orioles haven't come out and said anything official, and it's not even anything but a rumor at this point. But there is talk of a potential six-man rotation if all six starting pitchers are healthy. We're talking about Bradish, Rogers, Boz, Bassett, Kramer, and Eflin. Eflin has been behind the other guys in terms of getting ramped up during the spring here. He may not be ready for opening day, but the Orioles aren't really going to need a sixth guy if they're going to use a six-man rotation, probably for the first 10 games or so, because of those off days that are built in early on in April or late March. Opening day, and then we have an off day. Then we play 5 games, and then we have another off day. So we just really need 5 starters. You know, if you're going to have a 6-man rotation, you're already putting pressure on your bullpen by having one less arm there. If you're going to have off days built in, and these guys are already just pitching once a week as is, just as a 5-man rotation, I think it makes sense for Eflin to probably start the season on the injured list, probably get maybe one rehab start in, and then get transitioned into this rotation. That'll give a chance for the rotation to go through the other 5 arms once to kind of get a look at what we got. But once we do have all 6 arms healthy and ready, if that ever does happen, we do have to make a decision about, are we going to have a 6-man rotation, or are we going to put one of these arms in the bullpen? So anyway, I've only been talking about non-related to this game stuff. I'm sorry. So it's Albert Suarez facing, is this Josh Fleming, who's taking his final warm-up pitch for the Blue Jays right now. Josh Fleming is a lefty out of, what is that, Montana? This guy's from Montana? Or is that Missouri? What is MO as a shorthand for a state? What's the state abbreviation MO? Is that Missouri or Montana? Hey, we're ready for baseball, folks. Dylan Beavers, first pitch of the ball game to him, is a little low and outside. Folks, show me your Beavers in the Charm City chat if you don't mind. I know it's early.
Nice beaver.
Thank you.
All right, Beavers gets into one to center field. And going into a diving catch. Is that Dalton Varsho out there? Is that Gold Glove son of a gun? Looks like it might be Varsho out there in center. And it is. Dalton Varsho making a Gold Glove caliber catch to begin the ball game. A full-on dive to rob Dylan Beavers of at least a single. And that's how this game gets started. Here's Adley Rutschman. Switch hitter batting from the right side, takes a look at a called strike. 267 for Adley in the spring. Pitch inside, 1-1 the count. So the other news regarding the Orioles since yesterday, counting out 2 balls and a strike. I need my glasses. Oh, well, today, Dietrich Enns is going to pitch. Yermil Geraldo is going to pitch as well. Called strike 2 to Rutschman on the outside half of the plate. It's 2-2 on the Oriole catcher.
Let the clutch out gently, okay?
Okay. Hey, JJ, how are you, man? Here's a pitch fouled back. It's still 2-2 on Rutschman. Thanks for stopping by, JJ. Congratulations on a great night for your channel calling the final. Here's a ground ball through the hole on the left side, a base hit. Rutschman is aboard. Just finding the tiny hole between third and shortstop. It's a 1-out single for the Orioles. Here comes Pete Alonso.
A polar bear stirs. A polar bear stirs.
Yeah, I'm crying over getting about 18% of the audience. I'm crying over getting 2 subscribers for that game. 2. I'm crying over announcing to everybody that we'd pass 1 million views for the channel when we didn't. Because the final was 2,000 less people than the average that showed up for every other game I called during that tournament. Yeah, I'm crying too. Pete Alonso is at the plate. One pitch is low and away to the polar bear.
A polar bear stirs.
I'm ready for this frickin' season to get started. Right. Fleming's 2-1 pitch is up and away. 3-1 on Pete. First bugle of the day. Two subscribers for that game, JJ. 2. That's ball 4. Alonso takes his walk.
I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
That'll push Adley to second base. First and second with 1 out for Ryan Mountcastle, who's back in the lineup. I think he got into the lineup yesterday for the first time since he took that pitch off his hand about 5 days ago now. So Mounty facing a lefty, 2 on with 1 out. And that pitch is up and away.
Okay, mount up. Okay, mount up.
So MO is Missouri. Okay, thank you. I had to think it wasn't Montana. Montana's what? MT? Because normally when I see a player's name and a state abbreviation, I think to myself, how many players have there been from Montana? Not many. I should have figured it wasn't Montana. MO for Missouri. Okay. Ryan Mountcastle. He's ahead of the count here. 2 balls and no strikes. Mounty. Let's see if he takes all the way. He does, and it's a called strike. Defensively for Toronto, Lucas in left, Varsho in center, Barger in right, Okamoto at third base. There's a ground ball fouled off the left to the left side by Mountcastle. Okamoto at third base, Leo Jimenez at short, Davis Schneider at second. Eloy Jimenez is in the field? Oh, my. Eloy Jimenez is playing defense, folks. First base. Full count pitch. Mountcastle, line drive, base hit in the left field. Are they going to send the runner? They will. Rutschman will score standing. The throw is offline. The Orioles, 3 straight batters have reached and have taken a 1-0 lead here in the top of the first, folks. RBI knock by Mounty. Oh, I forgot. This game started how long ago? And I forgot to go back and adjust the scoreboard on the screen here. I can tell everybody else is really worried about that. Yeah, we're ahead 1-0. All right, here's Colton Cowser, folks. As I adjust the info on the screen here. There we go. Lovely. Cowser checks his swing. He went around. It's a ball and a strike. First and second, 1 out. 1-0 Orioles in the top of the first. Already activity in the Blue Jay bullpen. A righty by the name of Connor Larkin is throwing. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2 on Cowser. Alonso's at second base. Here's a foul ball. Mountcastle's at first. Still a ball and 2 strikes on Cowser. Cowser's had a decent average in the spring, but still prone to striking out when he's not making when he's not getting hits. And he strikes out here. First strikeout for Fleming. Second out of the ball game. That pitch inside on Cowser. All right, it's going to be up to Blaze Alexander.
I do believe I'm on fire.
Blaze, folks. Blaze up. Alexander's playing center field today, and he pops it up. Right center, shallow. Could be in there. It is. No man's land. Alonso's going to come in to score. Blaze Alexander finds the Bermuda Triangle out there in right center field for a 2-out RBI. It's 2-0 Orioles.
It's magic, you know. It's magic.
And now we get the obligatory shot by the cameraman of the flags at the ballpark, and they are whipping. Could be some tough wind out there. Might have played a hand in that ball dropping in. It's 2-0 Orioles. Here's Jeremiah Jackson. He lifts one to left. Get a hold of that wind current. That ball's going back, and the catch is made right near the wall in deep left center field. Jeremiah just missed it. But the Orioles score twice here in the top of the first. RBI hits by Ryan Mountcastle and Blaze Alexander. 3 hits and a walk, 2 men left. We go to the bottom of the first. It's the Orioles 2, and the Blue Jays are coming up. Bam is not happy with Fleming. When is Holiday due back? First half of April, Mr. Hyde. I think last I heard, Holiday is going to be taking batting cage reps. Well, he said this a few days ago now, but he said next week. That was a few days ago, so maybe in a few days, if all is well, Holiday is going to start working his way back. I mean, he's already starting, but once you start swinging the bat in the cage, that's when you know you're really starting to get going. Hey, folks, I'll be back. I'm going to finish up this breakfast here I got. Well, it's breakfast for me. I'll be back in just a minute. Thanks.
He met a strange friend in the Chesapeake Bay.
Bacon! Bacon! Where's the bacon? I
smell bacon. 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 Gotta be bacon. Only one thing smells like bacon. That's bacon. Bacon, 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 bacon. There! From that bag. What's it say? I can't read. Please, please, give me what's in the bag. Chewy, yummy, smoky bacon.
There you go.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. No, 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 no. It's bacon!
No, it's Bacon Strips, brand dog snack from Purina. Bacon Strips. Dogs don't know it's not bacon.
It's bacon!
All right, 0-1 the count on George Springer leading it off for the Blue Jays. Albert Suarez, next pitch is fouled away. No balls, 2 strikes. Blue Jay lineup has Springer playing at the DH spot leading off. Varsho will bat next. He's in center field. Alejandro Kirk back playing from Team Mexico. Doing the catching, batting third. Addison Barger, the cleanup hitter in right field. Pitch low and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Springer. Kazuma Okamoto, one of the Japanese international signings of this past winter, is at third base hitting 5th. As Springer might have just gotten hit by that pitch. Did he get hit or did he foul that off of himself? It looks like he might have fouled it off himself because he's not going to first. Yep, foul ball off the foot. Nathan Lucas is in left field hitting 6th. Davis Schneider batting 7th at second base. Eloy Jimenez hitting 8th at first base. And Leo Jimenez, the shortstop, batting 9th. 1-2 on the leadoff hitter, Springer. Swing and a miss. Albert with the fastball, top of the zone at 92. Sit down.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear? Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
All right, folks, again, if you're a fan of Albert Suarez, you're really going to want to see him look good today. He has not looked very sharp in the spring, and I have a feeling that he needs to do well today in order to have a shot at making this team. Here's a 1-0 pitch to Dalton Varsho. It's low. 2 balls, no strikes. Varsho with a nice diving catch in the top half of the inning. Very good defensive center fielder. The bat, it's average. Pitch up and away to Varsho makes it 3-0. Varsho won't be hitting second in this Blue Jay lineup when we get to the regular season. Usually hitting it near the bottom of the order. There's a called strike. 3-1. Wouldn't you say, Bam? Varsho typically down there in the lower third of the lineup when you got your full cast of characters there. 3-1 pitch to Varsho. Swing and a miss. Albert gets a fastball by him on 3-1. Varsho, I think, was looking for it. Still couldn't hit it. The count is run full. Oh, I'm still off screen. Sorry. Here comes the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Albert fell behind in the count, came back to get his second straight punch out to begin his afternoon. Folks, we need to see Albert looking good.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Yeah, Albert Suarez has fans. Me.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
There's one. It's one more than I have. All right, here's Alejandro Kirk. First pitch to him is ball 1. And back with what looked like a slider from Suarez was outside, apparently. 2-0 the count. That's swung on and missed. Another fastball count. Suarez throws the fastball. It's middle of the plate, and Toronto can't touch it. What is to explain for these results? The count is 2 balls and a strike. A pitch. That is hit off to the right, slicing into the stands, foul. 2-2 on Kirk. Folks, who'd like to see one of those between-inning hot dog races, president races? But instead, it's Albert versus Alejandro in a race. Would they be able to get the race in time before the next inning started? I'm not sure. That might have to be a post-game thing. But no, we could set it up nice, do it for charity. Maybe have a doctor on hand at the finish line to treat these two guys after running as fast as they can. This pitch is fouled away. Two out in the inning, nobody on base. It's a 2-2 count on Alejandro Kirk here in the bottom of the first. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Albert Suarez strikes out the side in order. How's that for a good day's start?
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
These Blue Jay fans in Florida are going, what the hell's this?
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
It's called Albert.
Hit the bricks, pal. You're done.
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Well, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Albert's looking pretty sharp to me there, George. I know, hey, it's never too late. It's never too late for Caltrate. Folks, I'll be back. I'm going to try to wrap up this breakfast. Like, subscribe, and all that happy horse shit. I don't care. All right? Great. Thanks.
Boy, Harry, you're full of energy. You look great. I hate to tell you how I feel. I swear.
I've had that bad back myself.
Also, with this cold, it just seems like it's settled in there.
That's age, friend.
I don't care what it is. It feels awful.
You smell like a drugstore.
That's right. I am a drugstore.
You're not a hypochondriac, are you?
What does that mean? Oversexed?
I'm starting to adjust. I've gotten really into running 10Ks. I garden now, and I even bought season tickets for the Orioles, since that's what guys who can't satisfy women do.
What? What?
Nothing gonna break my style. Nothing gonna break my style.
Weston Wilson looks at a called strike. We're underway in the top of the second. Wilson hitting 8th in the order for the Orioles. Playing at third base in this lineup. That pitch is low and away. 1-1. Fleming on the mound for his second inning of work. He gave up a couple of runs in the first on 3 hits and a walk. Swing and a miss. 1-2 on Weston Wilson. Pitch number 30 from Fleming is low and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Number 9 batter Jose Barrero is on deck. This is a chopper. Shortstop. Jimenez over to first in time. Wilson is the first out here in the second inning. Rotation for the Blue Jays. It looks like Kevin Gausman, Dylan Cease, Trey Savage, Max Scherzer, Cody Ponce. They've also got Eric Lauer. And on the DL, Jose Barrios and Shane Bieber. So they have depth once those guys are available again. Here's Barrero swinging a miss. First pitch he gets. A lot of at-bats for Barrero. He's only hitting 103. I'm wondering how much the Orioles are looking into this guy. They could have been using Blaze Alexander at shortstop for a lot of these games Gunnar Henderson's been out for, playing for the World Baseball Classic. Gunnar should be back, I would assume, available tomorrow for one of the two split squad games. Remember, he's already in Florida, in Miami. It's not a hard commute to get back to Bradenton. Swing and a miss, and Barrero strikes out. A second out here in the top of the second. Back to the top of the order for Dylan Beavers. He was robbed by a diving catch out in center field made by Dalton Varsho to begin the ball game. Beavers in a bit of a competition for a spot. I think he has the pole position at the moment. Heston Kjerstad yesterday continued his struggles in recent days. Another offer for Kjerstad. Currently, I believe Beavers' average is slightly ahead of Kjerstad. 1-1 the count here. Make it 2-1. That pitch a little high, and I think Blue Jays are going to challenge and say it's a strike. Alejandro Kirk calling for a challenge here. And he made a nice call. This ball is mostly out of the zone, but about a third of it is touching the top outside corner. Make that top inside corner, I guess, to the left-handed batter. So that is a 1-2 count. And on 1-2... Fleming's pitch is low. 2-2 on Beavers, folks. I don't see any Beavers in the chat. I guess I'm just going to slack like the rest of you guys are today.
Nice beaver.
Thank you.
Left center field by Beavers, and another, this time, sliding catch made out there in left field by Nathan Lucas. Dylan Beavers robbed twice. And we're only in the second inning. Beavers 0 for 2 on a couple of line drives to the outfield. First catch was a lot nicer. This one still above average play. Beavers 0 for 2, a couple of lineouts. On to the bottom of the second inning. Yeah, I think I'm just going to slack too. Folks, you ever seen BW phone it in? No, you never have. You want to get a taste of what it would be like if I just phoned it in for one of these games? Maybe it'll get folks to appreciate what they normally get out of me. Tomorrow I'm going to be calling a doubleheader. A spring training doubleheader that for me will begin at midnight and end about 8 o'clock in the morning. That's what I'm doing. $600 views away from 1 million. 600 views away from 1 million. By the way, how are we doing on the vertical side? I have not been able to take a look because I'm not even trying to get this game up on the big screen tonight. Looks like I need to buy a new cable because this one is crap. BW, why are you small on my screen? Mr. Hyde, you're watching on the vertical side. There's two options to watch. You're watching the vertical. First pitch to Addison Barger is drilled to right field, and that ball is going to go. Albert Suarez had a great first inning. He struck out the side in order. And the next thing you do, First pitch in the second inning, it is crushed out to right by Barger, his third home run of the spring. Blue Jays get a run. It's now 2-1 Orioles. That pitch was up, and Barger was ready. Barger, probably his biggest claim to fame is his quick bat speed. He's got one of the quickest bats out there. So if you want to sneak a high fastball by him, you better know there's a bit of a risk versus the average hitter. Here is Kazuma Okamoto. He's got a count of 1-1. And this pitch is up and in. Okamoto, like a lot of Japanese hitters, gets into his stance and it's very still, very quiet. Not a whole lot of movement or bat wiggling. The count is 2-1 on Okamoto. Base is empty, nobody out. We're in the bottom of the second. The Blue Jays have gotten a run back on a... Oh, we challenged what was called a ball, and we lost the challenge. That pitch was outside by 0.2 of an inch. Swing and a miss. The count moves full on Okamoto. Apparently it's a soft O. Not Okamoto, Okamoto. Okay, well, I will note that. Ground ball foul. Still 3-2 on Okamoto. Hey there, Carl. Payoff pitch. Off the plate outside for ball 4. Suarez. Oh, you don't want to see this. Home run ball and now a walk to begin the second inning. Nathan Lucas coming up for the first time. Lucas is hitting .296 in the spring. And he looks at a called strike. It was a nice storyline for this guy last season. Been in the minors for quite some time. Finally got an opportunity to play some for the Blue Jays and got to the point where they couldn't take him out of the lineup. And I would assume with Anthony Santander down for a while, Lucas is probably going to get a chance to play a lot again here this season. The count is a ball and a strike. This one's hit toward left field. Gonna hang up there and be handled out there by... Who's out there? Cowser's in left today. Folks, Blaze Alexander is playing center field on purpose. Cowser would normally, if in the lineup, be playing in that spot. But Cowser's in the left, Beavers is in right. They're giving Blaze a chance to show if he can handle center. Here's Davis Schneider up, 1 out, runner at first. And the first pitch is a slider inside for ball 1. Pitch number 30 of the afternoon there by Suarez. The 1-0. That looked pretty good, but it's called ball 2. Tony's down with a long-term injury, George. I can't remember what injury, but he's going to be out for a significant amount of time. Had he been healthy, I think you would have seen him on the roster for Team Venezuela. He didn't have a great season in his first year with the Blue Jays, so maybe he wouldn't have started. for Team Venezuela, but I think he certainly would have made the roster. You could do a lot worse than a major leaguer who gives you a power-hitting, switch-hitting bat, 40-plus homers when he's good. It's 3-1 on Davis Schneider. The pitch, fouled back, full count. The runner at first base is Okamoto. Let's see if they send him on a 3-2 pitch with one away. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Up and in on Schneider, whose helmet was coming off on that swing. Strikeout number 4 for Big Al.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Eloy Jimenez. Pretty good spring here with Toronto, trying to make the team, hitting .297, a couple of home runs. And first pitch goes Suarez's way. He hits the corner on the outside of the knees, strike one. We've seen Eloy earlier this spring. We've played the Blue Jays at least once before. And he fouls off the 0-1. It's no balls, 2 strikes. Eloy Jimenez has the distinction of being one of only 2 Oriole players that I have basically written off as that player was still with the team. I was very unhappy with this acquisition a couple of trade deadlines ago. He was awful. He was just awful. But he can hit. I wouldn't trust him in the field for a minute. But and you're not going to get any hustle trying to leg out a ball on the infield. But he can hit for power. This pitch is popped up on the infield. Second baseman wants it. And Jeremiah Jackson will make the catch. The inning is over. Blue Jays get a run back on a home run from Addison Barger, his 3rd of the spring. We go to the 3rd inning. It's the Orioles 2 and the Blue Jays 1. Do I think Eloy could be a utility infielder in the future? I think they are looking for something more than just utility there, Michael. I think they want him to be starting. Does Eloy have speed? Yeah, he's got speed. I mean, is he like lightning fast? No. Will he still be fast if he develops into a big leaguer and 5 years into his big league career? Is he still running like he did as a rookie? As is the case for a lot of players out there, probably not. Will he be a shortstop by the time he makes it to the bigs and establishes himself, if he makes it that far? Maybe not. But you draft him as a shortstop, like you do a lot of guys for their athleticism, and if they're able to handle that position, you can figure out a spot where to put him. But, yeah, Eloy, I think, is going to... Yeah. This is why he was drafted pretty high. What was he, 2nd round pick? Yeah, speed, defense. Arm isn't really that strong for a shortstop. That's probably his biggest setback in terms of major league future at the position. Might be more suited for second base. But, yeah, there's a lot to like about Vahiva Eloy. Albert needs to show he can handle long relief and bullpen help, or his bluff, or what is it? Or his butt might end up at AAA and start the season. Yeah, I've been saying it since the start of the stream today. This is a big game for Albert. He has not looked good in the spring. And I feel like today's performance is going to decide a lot about whether or not he makes the team. I do think that Zach Eflin will start this season on the DL for just the first 10 days. I think the Orioles are going to make one trip through the order with just a 5-man rotation and not put Eflin in the bullpen. We only need 5 guys with the off days that are built in there early part of the season. Rutschman's at the plate, folks, leading off the third. He's got a count of 0-2, and it'll remain 0-2 after he fouls off this pitch.
Let the clutch out gently, okay?
But yeah, if Eflin starts the season on the DL, and this might only be for a week, we might only see Albert Suarez make the team for a week in the pen as a long man option while we stick with a 5-man rotation early on. But if we do have 6 healthy starting pitchers, I think Albert. I don't think Albert's going to be on the team, start to finish. I think it'll be like last season where he'll have his call-ups. He'll have stretches where he can help out here and there. I think that's my prediction anyway. 2-2 on Rutschman. Alejandro Kirk is going to come talk to. Oh, we got a new pitcher out here. Fleming's day is over. 2 innings of work. My apologies. Just now seeing a new pitcher out here. No name on his back. A fellow by the name of Spencer Miles, a right-hander out of Columbia, Missouri. Hey, M-O means Missouri. I learned something today. 2-2 to Rutschman. That ball is fair down the left field line into the opposite field corner for Rutsch. He will stride into second base, standing with a leadoff double here for the Orioles in the top of the third, folks.
Let the clutch out gently, okay?
Splish, splash, I was taking a bath.
Oh, I love it. I love a nice opposite field extra base hit to lead off an inning. I love it. Pete Alonso, folks. First pitch, low and away for ball 1. Folks, last time I called a home run or an extra base hit to drive in a run, it was Dylan Beavers, and I called it.
A polar bear stirs.
I'm calling it again. Alonso's going to drive in this run right now. The 1-0 pitch. Outside, 2-0.
A polar bear stirs.
Folks, you don't believe me? Just stay tuned. Now, I know I'm not going out on a major limb. I mean, Alonso's been brought in to drive in runs. Here's a check on Rutschman at second. He's back in there. It's a 2-0 count on Pete. Adley looks in better shape than last season, I got to tell you. Swing and a miss, Alonso. He was looking to go deep on 2-0. Came up with air. 2 balls, 1 strike. Miles on the mound looks at Rutschman, and now the pitch. Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes. All right, BW putting his money where his mouth is. Come on, Pete. Come on, crank one out of here, buddy. You're facing an AL East opponent. Get used to this. The 2-2 pitch. That's high, ball 3. All right. Full count. Come on, make BW look smart. The payoff pitch to Alonso. Here it is. Swing and a miss. Oh, that was a nice pitch. Alonso strikes out, and BW's prediction goes nowhere. One away. Alonso not even able to make contact to get a productive out and get that runner to third with one away. Here's Mountcastle. Opposite field, that's going to slice well out of play, out of the ballpark. Mountie had a hit and an RBI to get the 2-run rally in the first going, hitting .313 in the spring. 0-1 pitch, a little bit outside.
Okay, mount up. Okay, mount up.
1 ball, 1 strike. Rutschman at second. 1 away. The pitch. That's fouled off to the right. Probably won't hit $1 million today, Michael. I think I was about 800 short, and these afternoon weekday Oriole games in the spring, there's only been a couple that have broken 1,000, and that was early on when everybody was excited. At this stage, I'm lucky to get about 700 or 800. So there's an outside chance, but based on early returns, I don't think so. But tomorrow we've got a doubleheader. It'll happen tomorrow for sure. This pitch was challenged for some reason. A ball that was well outside. Kirk with a bad challenge this time. The Blue Jays lose 1. The count is 2-2 on Mountcastle. The pitch outside. Full count. Folks. Full count on Mountie. 1 out. The payoff pitch is fouled straight back. Interesting statistics with the ABS system. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts from Miles. Mountie goes down. 2 down in the inning. Here is the milkman. Folks, get those cows up. First pitch. Oh, it got Cowser up behind the back. Up near the shoulder blade on the back, upper right side of the back of Colton Cowser. He looks to be okay. He's going to take first base. First and second now for the Orioles with 2 down. Cowser hit by a pitch. Blaze Alexander had a 2-out RBI first time up. A chance to do it again. Similar situation. First and second, 2 down for Blaze.
I do believe I'm on fire. I do believe I'm on fire.
First pitch. Swing and a miss. That looked like a slider breaking off the plate, down and away. Blaze's spring ERA right now at 2.86, and that RBI single was his first RBI of the spring. This pitch way outside, 1-1 the count. Two to 1 Orioles. We're in the top of the third. First and second, 2 down. The 1-1 pitch to Blaze is hit on the ground softly. Third base, Okamoto over to first. In time to end the inning. The Orioles get a couple of men on, but they are stranded. We go to the bottom of the third. It's 2-1 Baltimore. All right, folks, you want an update about the 1 million thing? You want a frickin' update? What's with the hair today? Why is there this weird outside thing going on. It's a little hot in here. I'll admit it's a little hot. What is the deal? What's the deal here? This is my deal here, Wade. What are we? Analytics. 500. George, yep, about 500. 500 and change. It doesn't give me a precise number. But yeah. 1 million views. It'll be done here in the next 24 hours. At this point, I just want to get it over with. I'm kind of demoralized by the whole thing, to be honest. I'll be back in a minute, folks. I'm demoralized.
He met a strange friend in the Chesapeake Bay when Monday the Monster...
I apologize for Baltimore.
Sorry, Charm City chat. Sorry.
I apologize for Baltimore.
You never heard of Baltimore style?
This being Baltimore and all.
Baltimore, you are seeing history being made today.
Okay. Swing and a miss. We are underway in the bottom of the third. Leo Jimenez at the plate. Albert Suarez out here for his third inning of work. That was pitch number 41. They get ahead in the count 0-1 on Jimenez. Here's a tapper foul. Make it 0-2. After Jimenez, it's the top of the order. Springer and Varsho for Toronto. Pitch is fouled away. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Well, batter took off there. That ball almost, maybe help from the wind, almost came back onto the field of play. The 1-2 from Albert. Hit on the ground. Pass Albert's glove to second base. Jeremiah with the throw. In time, 1 away. Folks, I'm a little bit surprised. This is a first for me right now. This is the first time I've risked doing this in the history of the channel. Anybody know what I've done that I've never done before? Here on the BirdWatcher Channel. Home of your Baltimore Orioles. I'm trying to give you a clue, folks. Home of your Baltimore Orioles. I'm honestly kind of happy that nobody's given me any static about this. I was wondering, can I wear this shirt without upsetting Baltimore sports fans? I've got on a Washington Redskins jersey. I got my Joe Theismann jersey on. I've had this jersey. Well, I haven't had it, but somebody in my family's had it now for going on 40 years. This is an old, raggedy jersey. And I decided, you know what? I'm gonna wear it today. If I'm ever going to wear it, I'll pick today. The count is 3-1 on Springer. The pitch, line drive, past the glove of third base. Weston Wilson, that ball ate him up. And Springer is going to get to second base. Let's see how they score this. That ball hit awfully hard, but Wilson's got to at least keep it from getting past him. That'll go down as a base hit, a double. So the veteran Springer on at second base with a one-out double. Here's Dalton Varsho. And he goes after the first pitch and lines it foul down the right field line just a little bit early there. He almost had extra bases. He should have at least stopped it, Bam. He should have at least kept it on the infield and kept Springer to at most a single on the infield. But yeah, he should have made the play. It should be an error, but I feel like errors aren't given out like they used to be. No balls, 2 strikes. Popped up, center field. Long run, going back and making a catch on the run is Blaze Alexander. And folks, that was a peek at what Blaze can do in center field, and that was pretty damn good. That was not the easiest route. I'd say Blaze had to go a good 40 yards here or so. Makes a pretty good catch out there in center field.
Here it is, the NCAA told us we got a lot of trouble with the...
Here's a ground ball to short. Barrero to first in time, and that runner at third is stranded. All right, Suarez works around a doubled by Springer. Weston Wilson gets bailed out after letting that ball get past him. Nice catch in center field by Blaze. And then Albert gets the third out here. We go to the fourth inning. The Orioles lead it 2-1. Folks, be right back. Like, subscribe, and all that happy horse shit. All right? Great.
He met a strange friend in the Chesapeake Bay when Monday the Monster...
It's just a guess right now. I mean, if the season were to start tomorrow, again, I don't think Zach Eflin is ready. I think Tyler Wells at this stage, especially with Andrew Kittredge not ready, and Kittredge was probably looked at as our highest leverage right-hander late in games to set up the closer. I think Tyler Wells is our best right-handed option in late innings right now. I know Wells is capable of going more than one inning at a time, but he's pretty much been held to one inning at a time this spring, and it looks like he's being used more and more in situations that are trying to simulate setup situations, sort of reverse order from what you would see in a regular season game where the starter comes out and then they go immediately to Helsley, the closer. And then the next guy to go after that is normally the guy that's going to set up Helsley. And Wells has been doing that. Him and Grant Wolfram, whenever they're scheduled to pitch, they seem to be coming out in those spots. So I think Albert makes sense as a long man, but only to begin the season. I think once Zach Eflin's up to speed, once the Orioles have 6 starting arms to choose from, either it's going to be a 6-man rotation, and you probably just take Albert out of the equation, or one of those 6 arms will go to the bullpen as a long man in place of Albert. But I do think Albert could start the opening day roster, could start the season on the opening day roster. How much will he pitch until he's, optioned back down or released? Could just be a handful of games. But that's what I'm seeing. I don't think Albert is going to be, in a position to be on the team from start to finish. I think he's going to be a guy that you use, when you need a deal. He's never going to just lock in a guaranteed spot on this team. The count is 2-2 on Jeremiah Jackson, folks, leading off the top of the fourth. And he goes after one to right center field. That ball is going to travel. That ball is gone. Bye, birdie. Opposite field power from Jeremiah. Where did that come from? The Orioles lead it 3-1 on his first home run of the spring.
Jeremiah was the bullfrog.
Folks, that was not a cheap shot. It's a tall wall out here. And that was to the power alley opposite field for Jeremiah. Folks, it's 3-1 Orioles.
It's magic,
On a magic carpet ride. On a magic carpet ride. You believe in magic.
Weston Wilson's up, and he's got a count of 2-0. The wind appears to be blowing straight out. Just get the ball in the air and let the jet stream do the rest. 2-0 pitch, grounded toward third. Akamoto. A strong throw in time. Folks, I'm not sure if my chat is working right now. Just another streaming issue. Jose Barrero, the number 9 batter, 0 for 1. Line drive into left field. That's down for a base hit. Barrero gets a base hit. Looks like the chat is coming back. Looks like I'm maybe coming back. Oh, boy. What's next? Dylan Beavers, folks. The count 0-2 on Beavers. Hello, everybody. 3-1 Orioles. We're in the top of the fourth. Runner at first, one down. Pitch to Beavers, taken, and a pitch clock violation has been charged to the pitcher Miles. So the count will start at 1-0. Folks, show me your Beavers.
Nice beaver.
Thank you.
Folks, you're making me feel bad that every time Beavers comes up that I have to ask you for your Beavers. At this point, you should just be willingly giving your Beavers up. No questions asked. The 2-0 pitch. That is hit in the air to left. It is right there in the tracks of Lucas. He makes the catch, and he'll throw it back in towards second base. Out number 2 here in the top of the fourth. Adley Rutschman.
Let the clutch out gently, okay?
Adley got an opposite field double his last time up. 2 for 2 today. His spring average right now at .313. You love to see it. Oh, it looks like there's a bit of a lag now after the latest Wi-Fi issue. Check on the runner, and Barrero is back standing. Yeah, folks. All right. Pitch to Adley. Nope. He backs out of the box. And another pitch clock violation. Charge to Miles, the second one of the inning. So Rutschman gets a count of 2 balls and 2 strikes. Excuse me, 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0. He's 2 for 2. That's what I'm looking at. That ball's hit to left field. Lucas, battling that wind out there, makes the catch to end the inning. But the Orioles add a run to get the run back they gave up in the bottom of the second with a solo home run to the opposite field by Jeremiah Jackson. That ball went 377 feet to right center. We head to the bottom of the fourth. The Orioles lead at 3-1. They've out-hit Toronto 6-2. All right. Party at the Moon Tower. Going to be a full keg. Everybody's going to be there. You ought to go. I'd probably ditch these 2 high school geeks you're with, but that's okay. I do love them high school girls. I get older, they stay the same age. Think about driving down to Houston tomorrow to get me some Aerosmith tickets. All right. You got to do what Randall Pink Floyd wants to do. I'm just living, y'all. Livin. And that pretty much wraps up every line from Matthew McConaughey's character from Dazed and Confused. All right. Bottom of the fourth inning, Addison Barger will lead it off. Middle of the order due up for the Blue Jays, Okamoto and Lucas to follow. What's going on around spring, you ask? The Phillies have a 1-0 lead on Atlanta. That's in the top of the ninth already. When the hell did they start? 10 a.m.? Oh, does that say top of the fifth? I'm sorry. Top of the fifth, excuse me. That 5 looked like a 9. I can't read. Yankees and Red Sox are playing right now. No score. That is halfway through the ball game. Also in the 5th inning, Cardinals lead the Astros 1-0. Everything else is in the Cactus League or later tonight for a night game. First pitch to Barger in the 4th is fouled off. Barger hit the home run off of Albert his first time up. 0-1 pitch. A little bit low, apparently. 1 ball, 1 strike. We need Al to finish strong here. We need him to finish strong. 1-1. That had the plate, but a little bit low. You can be my bodyguard. I can be your long-lost pal. I can call you Eddie. This ball's hit to center field. Blaze Alexander is coming in. He lost his hat, but he made the catch, and he'll get his hat back. One away here. Okamoto coming up next. Eddie, when you call me Al. Call me. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Boom 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 boom. Uh, 2-0 on Okamoto. Check swing. He didn't go. It's 3-0. That pitch a little bit high. .30 pitch. Fastball in there. 92, strike one. Come on, Al. Three-one pitch is foul back. So after falling behind 3-0, we got a full count here on Okamoto. One out, nobody on in the bottom of the fourth. Payoff. Fouled again. Suarez up to 63 pitches now. So he's had to labor a bit. Only one out here in the fourth. And that's ball four. That wasn't close. Not a good pitch. Not a good payoff pitch. They're easy for Okamoto to lay off and take his base. One out and a runner now at first base on the walk. Suarez. Nathan Lucas is coming up. Second walk of the day for Albert. Big Al used to sell mufflers as well. Hey, plus he had to run that diner on Happy Days. Yeah, Big Al. Busy guy. Is Ryan Ripken going to call tomorrow night's game? I have no idea. I don't think that information is available to anyone. There's a line drive in the left center field, a base hit. Hauser is going to fire it into second base. Station to station there. The runner on first only stops at second on this base hit by Nathan Lucas. So Okamoto at second, Lucas at first with one out for Davis Schneider. No free passes. Burnout. Bow. Bow, bow, now, bow, ouch. Bow, 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 now. No free passes. Folks, Davis Schneider is only batting 100 in the spring. He struck out his first time up. Albert needs to get him out. Here's a throw back towards second. And the runner back over there. Nobody has a name on their back in their spring uniforms for the Blue Jays, do they? Maybe that's to make the fringe players feel a little better. 2-0 now. Suarez falls behind Schneider. The pitch. That's a called strike. Schneider started his swing, but it didn't matter. It's in there for strike one. Albert, the 2-1. Hit on the ground, foul. Come on, Al. 70 pitches, man. We're still in the fourth inning with one out. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. There goes a check on the runner at first by Rutschman after that pitch that missed. So the count has gone full. Toronto might send the runners here with a 3-2 pitch coming to Schneider, although he's only hitting 100. Runners do not go. Swing and a miss. Yep, better to not let them run as Schneider fails to make contact. He strikes out. Big out number 2 for Al. Whoops.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Folks, disregard what Chow has just said in the chat. Orioles versus Yankees game will be televised tomorrow in the daytime by the Yes Network, which I have access to, and I will be calling that game on the channel. So please disregard the previous note in the chat. Eloy Jimenez on an 0-1 pitch. That pitch is low. Rutschman throws back down towards second base to check Lucas back over there. The count is a ball and a strike. The 1-1 pitch. Hit in the air. That wind could be a problem. Left center field. Blaze Alexander chases it down. Despite a tough outfield today, Blaze Alexander's made every play he's had a chance to. Looks pretty good. The inning is over. The Orioles worked their way out of a couple of base runners there by the Blue Jays. We go now to the fifth inning. It's Orioles 3, Toronto 1. Everybody clear on tomorrow's schedule then? At 1 o'clock, we'll be playing the Yankees. I will be calling that game. At 6 o'clock, we'll be playing the Pirates. I'll be calling that game. Both games are televised. Maybe not on MASN, but televised. Come on back tomorrow afternoon. Is that info scrolling at the bottom of your screen right now? Yes, it is. Okay. I guess I'm not going to get a, oops, my mistake. All right. Hey, folks, like button, subscribe, whatever. That sub count has been 3770 now for a week. I am running out of shits to give when it comes to promoting my own channel. I just want the regular season to get here. I'm going to call ball games, and whatever happens, happens. I am sick and tired of convincing people to subscribe. If you like the content, great. I am honestly just tired of coming up with new ways to try to convince folks. I'm not good at it. I get it. I am terrible at convincing people to subscribe to my channel versus other channels that give you the same kind of content. Here's Pete Alonso leading off the top of the fifth. And 1-0 pitch to him is off the plate. 2-0 to Alonso.
A polar bear stirs.
There's a called strike. It's 2-1. Wow. So we're just going to completely not acknowledge. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough, sir. Fair enough. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Varland is the new pitcher in here. Louis Varland. Right-hander for the Blue Jays. He's ahead, or no, the count is even on Alonso. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Here's a pitch over, a ball hit over the mound, fielded by the shortstop, and Alonso is going to be retired on a 6-3 ground out. 1 away here, top of the fifth. Wow. Chad, are you working? I can't snap. Ryan Mountcastle with a count of no balls and a strike.
Okay, mount up.
Oh yeah, I don't need my channel to be big. I'm not concerned about comparing my channel to others in terms of total size. It's just the rate of growth. Example, last night I called the World Baseball Classic final. It should have been a pretty big event. I got 2 subscribers for that game. 2. I mean, first week of my channel, when I had like less than 100 subs back 2 years ago with, I didn't have a vertical stream. I didn't have all this information on the screen. I didn't have a background green screen. I mean, I made all these upgrades since I started, and boy, there's a swing and a miss. There's a strikeout there. Second out of the inning by the Orioles, and I admit I did not even pay attention to who was up to hit right there. It looks like that was Ryan Mountcastle, who just struck out. 2 down, here is Colton Cowser. First pitch, he looks at a strike. Hit by a pitch his last time up. Cowser hitting .250 on the spring. OPS, though, is under 600. There's been no power. Line foul. Left side, it's 0-2 on Cowser. Hey, folks. Come on back to my channel. I'm slightly more entertaining than having a cavity removed. That's right, folks. 0-2 pitch. That's a little bit high. 2 down, nobody on in the top of the 5th. The Orioles ahead 3-1 here on Toronto. Both teams come in with a losing record in the spring. And Cowser strikes out again. That pitch in the dirt. Inning over. This game is halfway through. The Orioles lead at 3-1 heading into the bottom of the 5th. Orioles 8-11-3. Toronto 9-12-2 so far on the spring. Spring records don't mean much, folks. So far in the ball game, Toronto's left 4 men on base, the Orioles 5. Orioles are 2 for 7 with runners in scoring position. Toronto 0 for 4. I wonder if Albert's going to come back for one more inning. Nope. Yeremil Geraldo has already been listed to come in to relieve Albert, so his day ends on 4 innings pitched, 3 hits, 5 strikeouts. He gave up 1 earned run. He also gave up a pair of walks. So 5 base runners in 4 innings. That's not bad. That's a $1.25 whip. For a guy like Albert, that's kind of what you expect. It was better from Albert today. It was better, but that second inning definitely showed some cracks after striking out the side in the first. Third and fourth innings started to settle down again. And yeah, 5 strikeouts in 4 innings. Good work for Albert there. By the way, according to my game information, the current weather at this ballpark, not only is there a lot of wind, it's chilly. It's 65 degrees on a late March afternoon on the Gulf Coast of Florida. 65. What the hell is this guy talking about? I cannot get over what is it in my hair that's causing. I know I'm sweaty, but that is annoying. Is this really the vertical stream? 1 comment? I'm looking at the vertical stream for the first time in a while here. It is absolutely empty over there. Wow. Oh, it's so much fun, folks. There's no reason to have anxiety. There's no reason to feel any amount of pressure when your numbers begin to drop across the board on your channel just before the season's about to start. What is this? What is this demonstration going on the Masson studio right now? We got Ryan Ripken and this guy. He's holding up like a poster board. What is he doing? Here's a pop-up on the infield. First base, Alonso. Mountcastle playing first. He steps into the foul side of the line there to make the catch at first. There's been a change. Jesus Sanchez pinch hit for George Springer. Is that happening right here? Yes. Jesus Sanchez pinch hitting for Springer right now. And that's ball one to him. So the first out of the inning made by Leo Jimenez, the number 9 batter. Springer's day's over. He went 1 for 2. And this 1-0 pitch is low and away. 2-0 on Jesus Sanchez. Started his career with the Marlins. Spent last season with the Astros and got traded this offseason in a swap for Joey Loperfido. The pitch fouled away. Count even up at 2-2 on Jesus Sanchez. Melanie doing the pre and post games on Masson. Oh, I bet she is, Carl, but I have not seen hide nor hair from her in the spring. This ball's hit towards center field and shallow left center field. Hauser's going to come in and make the catch. That is the second out here. Second out picked up by Yeremil Geraldo since coming in. Here is Dalton Varsho, 0 for 2. First pitch to him. Swing and a miss. Varsho, despite the 0 for 2 today, is still batting .410 in this spring. Swing and a miss, well behind that pitch by Geraldo. Oh my, John is threatening that my channel, once the regular season begins, will be large and throbbing. Oh my.
Hey, everybody, we're all going to get laid.
Ground ball to second base. Got to hurry. And we get it over there in time to end the inning. Yeremil Geraldo pitches a scoreless frame here in the 5th. We go to the 6th inning. The Orioles lead at 3-1. They've doubled up the Blue Jays and hit 6-3. It'll be Blaze, Jeremiah, and Weston Wilson coming up for probably their final at-bats of the day here. And then we get to have the fun of watching the backups come in. Although, folks, the backups are starting to dwindle down. Calling these spring games, while it might be getting more monotonous as we're waiting for games that count to hurry up and get here. The one benefit as a play-by-play guy is the less people on the roster, the better. Tell you what. Somebody, I think it was Charm City Entertainment last night, was saying, hey, BW, why don't you give us your predictions for the 26-man roster to start the season? And I said, well, I think there's really just one position player spot that's up for grabs, and well, one battle and then one kind of open battle. And then you're looking at probably 3 bullpen spots that are debatable. So it's really just 3 or 4 spots, I feel, that are in question. So about 21 of these players, I think, are locked in. 21, 22. But anyway, looks like Charm City Entertainment's not here, so I can just leave that answer for another day. Swing and a miss. Blaze Alexander facing Gus Varland. It's Gus Varland, right? I might have called him Louis Varland. Oh, it's Louis Varland. Yes. Okay. Sorry. I think there's a Gus Varland, isn't there? I don't know, folks. Like I said, I'm phoning it in today. I've got World Baseball Classic hangover, all right? That was a pretty rough 12 days or so. A lot of double headers, and I got to call another one tomorrow. I say gotta. Trust me, I want to. But I gotta. Blaze Alexander strikes out. 1 away here in the 6th.
This is great iced tea.
Here comes Schneider. Or what's his face? Yeah. Blue Jay manager out here to make a pitching change. John Schneider is going to go to the pen, get a right-hander coming on now. Looks like it's Anthony Bastardo. Oh, you bastard. Bastard O. All right. Folks. What's shaking? Derek Jeter insists World Series outranks World Baseball Classic. Well, why do you need to insist? Why is this a problem? Look, I take more stock in the World Series than I do the Classic. I do, but I don't take the Classic lightly. It feels like some people from the U.S. do. And, folks, you can't have it both ways. You want to see Team USA, win the Classic? They need to care more. We need to care more because the other teams involved in this tournament, they care as much as they possibly can. And caring means a lot when you're trying to compete. And, for a lot of people playing for their country, it means a lot to them. I saw a shot of Miguel Cabrera, folks. Retired Miguel Cabrera on the field celebrating with fellow countrymen for Team Venezuela after their victory last night. He was in tears, in absolute tears. I mean, Miguel Cabrera is a legend. He's a legend to that country with his Hall of Fame career. And I've never seen him so emotional. Team Venezuela made it a party last night. And they weren't flexing. They weren't trying to rub it in on us or anything, but they were in the dugout. They were having fun. Team USA was not having any of that. Jeremiah Jackson flies out quickly here for the second out. Bastardo gets Jeremiah on 2 pitches. And that'll bring up Weston Wilson. Base is empty, 2 down in the top of the 6th. Wilson's 0 for 2. That first pitch outside edge for a strike. So, yeah, look, I'm not anti-USA, okay? I'm rooting for the U.S. to do well in this tournament, but they got to take it more seriously while also, at the same time, having more fun. I know that sounds like a contradiction, but, you know, take the process of what it takes to win seriously, but on the field, have some fun. 0-2 pitch is low to Weston Wilson. Mark DeRosa, I don't want to see you in a Team USA uniform as a manager again. I think it's time to move on. And no, don't go to Harold Reynolds or anybody else at MLB Network. Get a real manager. 1-2 pitch. And Bastardo walked off the mound thinking he had strike 3. It's ball 2. The 2-2 with 2 down to Wilson. Hit on the ground, foul. I'm listening to Ryan Ripken reminisce about opening days from the past. Oh, look at this cameraman guy. He's got a full beard. That is low and away. Full count on Weston Wilson. Jose Barrero is on deck if the inning continues. Payoff pitch. Pop foul. Another 3-2 pitch to Weston Wilson. Here it is. Popped up. Right center. Shallow. Coming in. Still coming in. And the catch is made out there by Addison Barger. Inning over. All right. On to the bottom of the 6th. It's the Orioles 3, the Blue Jays 1. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Bop, bada, bop. All right, I'm going to just torture myself and see if I got one sub yet today. Folks, I would have more luck knocking on doors as a Jehovah's Witness right now than trying to garner subscribers for this here channel. Wow. 0. That's a big old 0 today. So far. 0. God. All right, I get it. What do you want me to do? You want me to take a break until opening day? I can do it. I would love to rest up. I'm not exactly looking forward to calling a doubleheader for 2 spring training games from midnight till 8 a.m. But I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. $200-something people away from 1 million. 200-something. It's probably going to be like first inning tomorrow. I know I sound bitter, folks. I don't mean to sound bitter. Look, folks, I have weaknesses. I get down on myself sometimes. What do you want me to do? Better to do it now. Get it out of the way. Dietrich Enns is going to come on the pitch, and we need this guy to show something better than he has so far this spring. That ERA coming into this for Enns is 14.4. And despite that, I still think if Inns can look good today and another good outing a couple of days from now, I think Inns has a chance to make this team, mainly because he's out of options. And if you go ahead and start with him and if he face plants, then you just flat cut him and, bring up a guy that you could stash to take his place. But right now, the only two lefties that I think we are going to know for sure to make this bullpen are Aiken and Wolfram. We need a third lefty if we can get it. And I'm going to put my money on Inns for now to make the team, but with a very, very short leash. And again, that's hinging on him showing some improvement here. He's facing Alejandro Kirk leading off the bottom of the sixth. The count is 2-2. Kirk will be followed by Barger and Okamoto. And that 2-2 is high, full count. Can't walk the leadoff batter. If he walks the leadoff batter, that is ends one extra step out the door. I have to feel. Ball 4. Man, oh man, he can't be walking the leadoff man, buddy. That had to be Inns' number one priority coming into this ball game. Don't walk the leadoff man. Well, he did, and Alejandro Kirk will be lifted for a pinch runner. I'm sure he's happy about that. His day's over. Mendoza is pinch running for Kirk. And we got a pinch hitter as well. Right-handed bat Miles Straw is up here for Addison Barger. Despite the fact that Barger has given the Blue Jays the only offense of the day so far. A home run off of Albert Suarez. So there's a runner at first. His name is Mendoza. Miles Straw is at the plate. Want to know the count on Straw and the pitch. That's apparently a bit low. 2-0. I mean, come on. Ends, throw strikes. It's Miles Straw. This guy's got 3 career home runs. He's hitting 175 in the spring. Throw a strike. 2-0 pitch. Grounded past the diving glove of Wilson into left field. A base hit. I mean, Inns is walking the leadoff batter. He's giving up a hit to Miles Straw. It's not looking good for Inns, folks. He's had a bad spring. We need another lefty. We could have signed Danny Coulomb. He goes to Boston instead. He was sitting out there for months. Okamoto is up with first and second, nobody out. In steps off the rubber, looks the runner back to second base. Okamoto has reached base both times via a walk. Pitch is low, ball 1. God damn it, throw a strike, Inns. Get ahead of one batter. First pitch in the dirt to a guy that's already walked twice. You think he's going to offer at that? One 1-0 pitch. That's outside, 2-0. Inns is not locating any pitch where he is intending to. Unless he's trying to walk everybody. Hey, on a 2-0, a fastball, he sneaks by Okamoto. 2 balls and a strike on a swing and miss. Come on, I'm not trying to be so cynical, but I'm being very cynical right now. That one's up and in. 3-1 the count. Nobody out. 2 men on base already. Inns is yet to retire a batter. About to throw his 14th pitch. (3-1). Ball 4, not close. That's it. That'll do it for Dietrich Inns. Not in the game yet. I don't know. But in terms of making this team this year, I'd say that's it. Close the book on Inns. Again, this is a guy without options left. Either he makes the team or we have to cut him. And I got a feeling we're going to cut him before opening day. Akamoto is out of the ball game. Rivera is in the pinch run for him at first base. Bases loaded, nobody out. Nathan Lucas due up next. First pitch to Lucas. Low, ball 1. They check a swing. He didn't go. Another first pitch ball from Inns. Lucas is 1 for 2. He had a single in the 4th. This pitch up and in. Lucas has to dance out of the way. It's 2-0. This is hard to watch right now. The 2-0. Low, ball 3. Nowhere to put him. 3-0. A mercy strike from the ump makes it 3-1. The Orioles have a 3-1 lead, but that lead is in jeopardy. Nobody out, bases loaded for Toronto. Inns has yet to get anybody out. Pitch. That's a called strike 2. So Lucas helps out Inns by taking a couple of pitches to get the count full. Dylan Hyde is getting up, a right-hander for the Orioles. He's probably getting up to finish this inning. There's a 3-2 fouled away. Still a full count on Lucas. (20 pitches from Inns. Still looking for the first out. The 3-2. Swing and a miss. Good grief. Did Dietrich Inns wait as long as one can to get the first out? He had the bases loaded, and he got to a 3-0 count on a batter. Comes back to strike him out. First out of the inning.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Now it's Davis Schneider, one away. Bases loaded, and that's a first pitch strike to Schneider. Come on, Inns. If you can get out of this, I've already announced your fate, but I would be impressed if you could get out of this. That pitch is low, 1-1 on Schneider. If he gets out of this, I'll be happy for him, but it's still a bad inning. I mean, he's about to throw his 24th pitch. And that one's in the dirt. It's 2 balls, 1 strike. I'm not sure even if he gets Schneider out, if he'll face another batter. That pitch count is getting up there. A good test. I don't know. It's going to be 2-1 pitch. That's ball 3. Bases loaded and now a 3-ball count on Schneider. The 3-1, swing and a miss, and Schneider bails ends out. That would have been an RBI bases loaded walk had Schneider just kept the bat on his shoulders. Full count. One away, bases loaded. We need a magical pitch. Here it comes. Grounded foul. "27 pitches to get one out for Inns. Here comes number 28. Swing and a miss. Oh, my. Schneider is down on strikes.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Folks, don't act like I'm crazy. If he comes back and gets out of this without giving up a run, it's still a bad inning from Inns. I'm not going to let it go. Eloy Jimenez is at the plate, and that pitch is way out of the zone for ball one. I mean, do you want to see this in the regular season? Or do you want to see somebody that maybe doesn't load them up with nobody out and then walk the tightrope of a 3-ball count to back-to-back batters with the bases loaded? It's now 2-0 on this guy. 2-0 on Eloy Jimenez. The pitch, swing and a miss. I tell you what, if the Blue Jays can't score here, you got to imagine if this were the regular season. This would make you go crazy. There's a called strike. Folks, we are 1 strike away from getting out of this. 1 strike away. 32 pitches so far from Inns. 2-2. Swing and I thought he missed it. It's a ground ball to the short. Barrero underhand flipped to second for the force. We do get out of it. What the hell was that?
It's magic, you know. It's magic. On a magic carpet ride. On a magic carpet ride.
I don't know how the hell, what kind of Houdini act that was. Yeah, folks, yeah, go ahead and make fun of me. You were impressed? You were impressed by Inns there? Are you looking forward to more of that in the regular season? You're lying if you're going to tell me that. Come on. He got very fortunate there. Very, very fortunate. He got to a 3-ball count on 3 straight batters with the bases loaded, and still. How did he do that? It took 33 pitches, 34 pitches for that inning. You're not going to want to see that in the regular season. George is used to it with Cano. You guys, you're more cynical than me. All right. We head now to the 7th inning. The Orioles, they have yet to make any changes in this game, at least in the field. There have been changes on the mound, of course. So far, it looks like we're sticking with the lineup. Slater sent a message that I can't quite read. Is that some kind of, what is that? That looks like something that's going to cause the world to come crumbling down. What is that secret code? Is that the Da Vinci Code? What is that? Jose Barrero looks at a called strike from Bastardo. We are in the top of the 7th. Barrero. in the top of the order for the Orioles. We'll see if they start pinch hitting after this. Everybody will have had 3 plate appearances once Barrero is done with his at-bat right here. 1 ball, 1 strike. Barrero did have a base hit his last time up, lifting his spring average to 133. Here's a ground ball foul off to the left. The count is a ball and 2 strikes. Scoreboard needs a refresh. All right. Once again, folks, the Orioles will be playing the Yankees tomorrow afternoon. Hope to see you back here on the channel. 1 o'clock game and a 6 o'clock game tomorrow night against the Pirates. Split squad for Baltimore. Barrero, I guess he got a new bat. He's back in the box here. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. Leading off the top of the 7th. The pitch is fouled back. Do I spend $20 on Pizza Hut and $30 on groceries or $50 on groceries? I'm craving a friggin' pizza. Gosh. This pitch is hit in the air by Barrero into shallow left center. The shortstop is backpedaling. He'll make the catch on the outfield grass. First out here in the 7th. You know the responsible answer to that, Slater. You know what the responsible answer is, but at the same time, I'm not in America. I know the grocery prices over there are insane. What does $50 in groceries get you? I guess if you buy all ramen noodles, you're good to go for a while. Dylan Beavers is up for a 4th time today. He's 0 for 3, folks. Show me your Beavers.
Nice beaver.
Thank you.
1-0 pitch to him is swung on and missed. 1 ball, 1 strike. Just adjusting this ad getting in the way of the info screen here. And now my game is lagging. What happened? Beavers on a 1-1 count right now. And I am frozen. All right. All right. Stand by. Stand by. Let me refresh the game. Refresh, refresh. Exciting. It's so exciting to me, yeah. Refresh, it's refreshed. What's taking so long? What is this, dial-up internet? Hurry up. $10 frozen pizzas for $50. That sounds healthy. Okay, we got a 2-2 count, or I'm sorry, 3-2 count on Beavers. Here comes the payoff. That is a called strike 3. Borderline pitch inside. Beavers kind of moved out of the way a bit, but I guess he didn't think it was worth challenging. Or one $50 pizza. All right, here's my advice. If I have $50, I'm probably going to get myself about 10 ramen noodles and a blowjob. Food for 3 or 4 days. And I'll have gotten some head. So, win-win for me. That's how I spend my money. Hey, folks, it's still scoreless between the Red Sox and the Yankees. That's in the top of the 8th. Boston, though, with the bases loaded, 2 down. Oh, yeah, it's spring training. Who cares? $50. There's a lot to be done. Yeah, hard on the Beaver. Hard on Beaver. Get me out of here. Christ. What the Christ? Does the hat get head? The hat does not kiss and tell. Let's just put it this way. Where do you think all that magic comes from? The BJ I can get for free. Yeah, but when you pay for it, it might be a better one. Pizza Hut for the win. All right, free blowjob, Pizza Hut, and $30 left to buy some Pop-Tarts. Sounds perfect, Slater. Adley Rutschman. He's got a couple of hits today. 2 for 3. This one's popped straight up. The catcher. Oh, he's going to get out of the... Whoa, look out. The first baseman will make the catch. That wind out there today is a problem. And that'll end the inning, folks. It's 7th inning stretch time here at Dunedin, home of the Blue Jays. Get some cakes on the griddle, folks. Get some pizza on the griddle. All right?
Thank God I'm a country boy. Thank God I'm a country boy. Thank God I'm a country boy.
I got to get up and move around myself, all right? I'll be back here. Inning shenanigans.